Rudao, you were actually from the blissful temple from the very beginning? If the fourth elder has truly been someone from the blissful temple all this time, then their scheme was way too intricate. Huh? What's Xie Yan doing? Whispers. Xie Yan, what are you doing? Shakes head. Rudao, so when you said the blissful temple hired the Shui Lu to assassinate you, that was something I arranged. I originally wanted Wu Lingxian to think you were the mastermind, but I didn't expect that Xie Yan would disrupt my scheme. So I went along with it, since ultimately the goal was all about having you massacre one another. Finger of Nirvana. So that's how it is. But you've lived here since you were a child. Even if you were a mole sent by the blissful temple, your relationship with the Moqing sect should definitely be far greater. How could you betray us? Why would you even need to? What could the blissful temple give you? Now that things have come to this point, there's nothing more to say. Matriarch, the Moqing sect will come to an end today. So you really don't have any feelings for me, or for the whole sect? Was it because this Xie Yan offended you, that made you have the heart to betray us? I'm fine, go help the others. It's my turn. Finger of Nirvana. I do indeed find that Xie Yan disagreeable, but it has nothing to do with him. If it wasn't Xie Yan, did Dang Hengchen promise you something? Or blackmail you into making such a decision? Yu Hongyan, you're full of nonsense. No. You're trying to stall for time to sneakily recover your power. Dang Hengchen, you're pushing me too far. There's something wrong with Master. Don't make me drag you to hell with me. Yu Hongyan, oh, Yu Hongyan, you still have this much power after your fight. I must say I somewhat underestimated you, but it's a pity that this time you're powerless to reverse the situation. Drag her to hell with you? You're really full of yourself. You're nothing more than a cornered beast. In the throes of its last-ditch struggle, I want to fight such a weak Yu Hongyan too. Huo Liangu, go have some fun with our beloved Yu Hongyan, master of the great Yu sect. Yes. I'm good, go help the great elder. So soon? I certainly can't count on you for everything. Yu Xuanji, you want to make one last-ditch struggle too? You people from the blissful temple dropped in to kill us, am I not even allowed to put up a fight? Huang Tingxian, go get rid of her. Yes. Good, very good indeed. Villains die because they talk too much. Just give me some more time. Hey? I'm the dignified great elder of the Moqing sect. I have no need for the help of a snot-nosed punk like you. Then the second elder. Holy crap, you all made your own preparations? Something isn't right. All of you, go all out. Too late. Yu Hongyan, you've fully recovered your power? What do you think? It's not just the matriarch who's fully recovered. We'll be in charge of restarting the formation. Leave the people of the blissful temple to the matriarch. Did you ask me if you could restart the formation? Blissful Buddhist body. Die. Beautiful girls have spirits most divine. And when set ablaze, a previously unseen being soars. Demonic birth of the divine body. Whoa, holy shit. A Taoist immortal scuffle. My dear. My lady, don't take me by surprise. You scared the death out of me. You're hiding really far away. You're no better than me, my lady. Didn't you come over to hide too? Humph. So the reason I was wondering why Dang Hengchen's martial arts felt so lackluster was because it was a feint. She has long since fled. Great sect formation, reactivate. I ask the three of you to maintain the great sect formation. Leave the blissful temple party to me. Hurry, matriarch. Whilst the great sect formation is active, their party's strength will be suppressed by at least a half. This is the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to wipe them all out that we've been waiting for. If you don't go after them and let them run away because of all this nonsense you're spouting, you don't deserve to be the matriarch. Rest assured, Great Elder. They can't escape their doom this time. When I saw the matriarch and the elders fighting each other before, I thought I had seen the full power of an innate realm expert. It wasn't until I saw the fight between the matriarch and the high priestess that I realized that I was just seeing the tip of the iceberg. But compared to this, am I really that unworthy of the elders' trust? You all recovered your power before I even took action. As the saying goes, always be wary of others. How could we of the Moqing sect put our lives in somebody else's hands? Only by having a hidden trump card up your sleeve can you walk with confidence. However, your finger of nirvana is truly wondrous. Although I was prepared for it, I only thought I'd recover by about 60% to 70%. I never expected I'd completely recover with a single use. Xie Yan really has a godly healing technique. Strange, when did he learn such a magical martial art? Could he really be a secret pawn that Master has kept hidden? Xie Yan, you're so young, yet you're in the possession of such a unique skill. I want you more and more. Ha ha ha, you greatly flatter me. Fuck, one of those 48 bitches is already enough to deal with. Now it's a 1,000-year-old vixen? This is really too much. Xie Yan. How much longer are you going to fool around here? The second elder and I are very busy concentrating on healing ourselves and maintaining the great sect formation. If you don't have anything better to do, go take a hike somewhere else. Don't wander around back and forth, it's an eyesore. In that case, I'll be taking my leave. It seems that the great elder is venting her anger at me because she was fooled by her sweetheart and can't vent anywhere else. Menopausal women who've had their hearts broken are really not to be trifled with. Gotta slip away. With the protection of the great formation, the sect is very safe now. Do you want to go out for a stroll with me, my lady? No thanks, you'd better go by yourself. I'm going to stay here to guard the elders. Tisk, tisk, suit yourself. Even though the sect meeting was just an act, the relationship between Xie Yan and the great elder doesn't seem to have improved in the least. Xie Yan, come play with me when you're free. Things on the great elder's side are fairly normal, but when did Xie Yan get so close to the third elder? How many bites did the third elder sneak in when I was only halfway through? Third elder, there's something that's been puzzling me. I wonder if you could dispel my confusion. Speak your mind. I noticed that everyone seems to have been prepared for the blissful temple's assault. And since you just had a conversation with Xie Yan, I'd like to know if Xie Yan and the elders, or the third elder, made any plans. Well, to explain it, let me start from the night before the meeting. That night, Xie Yan came to me and asked me to secretly invite the great elder and the second elder to discuss something very important with us. He said that Wei Rudao was very likely a mole from the blissful temple, and that at the sect meeting tomorrow, she was bound to stir up a storm and trigger a riot. So, Xie Yan already knew that the fourth elder, Wei Rudao was a traitor? He didn't dare say he was certain, and couldn't even provide any evidence. Then We still, what? He just asked us to keep an eye on Wei Rudao's behavior. If we found something amiss, pretend we didn't know, and if infighting really broke out and we conserved some of our power, maybe we could even give the blissful temple a taste of their own medicine and get to catch them like sitting ducks. Why wouldn't we do it when there were only benefits and no drawbacks? That bastard, Xie Yan. He actually didn't drop me a single hint about such a big deal. Come on, Yu Xuanji, don't make such a big deal out of Xie Yan. Even a blind squirrel finds a nut once in a while. He just had a stroke of good luck. I really had never thought of Wei Rudao as a traitor before, but her performance at the meeting was ridiculous. Even without Xie Yan's advance notice, I could still perceive something was wrong and would never have fought with the matriarch seriously. Whether there was a Xie Yan or not, it wouldn't affect my judgment. I'm not so sure about that, Great Elder. The abode of immortal soul rejuvenation pill is difficult to refine, and once it has been, it must be taken within 12 hours or its effect will be lost. Would you usually prepare such a thing? In addition, although the second elder's primordial heavenly energy nurturing technique is powerful, the necessary preparations are immense. You must have spent 2 to 4 hours before the meeting to get everything properly ready, no doubt. Like I said, if there was no Xie Yan, I absolutely wouldn't have been tricked into fighting with the Martrage. I don't owe Xie Yan anything. Yes, you don't owe Xie Yan anything. But without his warning, we certainly wouldn't have had the chance to scoop them all up in one go. If we hadn't gone those lengths to keep Wei Rudao in the dark, she wouldn't have fallen for it, and if she hadn't attempted to bring down the great sect formation, how could we give her a taste of her own medicine? So that's how it is. Xinqi, let me tell you one more thing. Xie Yan isn't a eunuch. Tisk. Haven't you milked such a fine man many times before? Do you want to give him to me so I can have a taste? Please conduct yourself, third elder. How does the third elder know that Xie Yan isn't castrated? Could it be? Tisk, Xie Yan, you bastard, just you wait until I get my revenge on you later. The fight over at the matriarch's side is really lively. I wonder how the battle is progressing. I'd better go check it out. In case something goes wrong, I'll still need to use those goons from the Shuiyi Lu. Origin points obtained anger, 0.01 points, Yi Gukin. Origin points obtained anger, 0.01 points, Yi Gukin. Huh? What the hell? Why did Yi Gukin start spamming me all of a sudden? Wait a minute, 0.01 points, that guy is close by? Huh? What a strong repulsive force. Shit, I was attacked by surprise. It was so powerful that divine impact of Zen almost broke apart. It must have been Yi Gukin. Just as I was baffled why I was being spammed. This motherfucking bully even takes pleasure in sneak attacking others. I'll put on an act and take him by surprise too. Apparently, that odd body protection technique isn't exactly the heavenly guard, but it can actually reflect part of my power. This punk really can't be allowed to live. It's a pity your cultivation realm is so low. No amount of body protection techniques can save you. I knew that the Blissful Temple's plan had mostly failed when I saw the Great Sect formation reactivate. I wanted to take flight in all haste, but I got really pissed off when I caught sight of a bastard like you. Swirls. I may never get to quench my hatred without killing you. May you be reborn into a good family on your journey to hell. Don't be such a dick in your next life. Your mother is the one who's a dick. Xie Yan, you're still too green. You thought I didn't know you could use the finger of flowery swords? Long have I been taking precautions against you. Did you think I didn't know you knew I could use the finger of flowery swords? What do you mean? Bending and turning as one pleases? Impossible. Fuck. Hemostasis by acupoints. You guessed it, but sadly there's no prize. Now, the one who should fuck off is you. I just didn't anticipate you could actually practice the finger of flowery swords to that level. Do you really think you can kill me with that kind of power? As one would expect from an expert at the 9th layer of the acquired realm. It's surprising that he can use an attack to neutralize my sword energy. It's a good thing I mounted a sneak attack beforehand. Steps back. Sigh, Xie Yan, I admit I underestimated you. Just as the mountains never change and the water ever flows, there'll be ample time for that later. Is that guy running away? That Xie Yan is too abnormal. I can't keep messing around with him. I'd better run for my life. Fuck. Hemostasis by acupoints. Fuck, that motherfucking Xie Yan. Oh, and here I thought my attack didn't do shit to you, but it looks like you've got quite the serious problem now. Did I cripple your leg? You can't run now, can you? Don't you know what asking for trouble means? It's not that easy to run when you can't beat them. No good, I'm having trouble with my legs right now. I'd only be a live target, get hit by his finger of flowery swords and wouldn't be able to escape. I'll beat him to death and then run. He was fine when I punched him a moment ago, but I don't believe he'll be fine every time. It's that repulsive force again. What the hell kind of martial art is this? I've never heard of a heavenly guard that can reflect attacks. And why is its defense so much stronger? How do you like my reflection, Enforcer Yi? Weren't you here to kill me? Come on, I'll stand here for you. Kill me if you can. Ha ha ha, Xie Yan. I admit your progress is much faster than I could ever imagine. However, you're still no match for me. Soaring Flood Dragon Punch. Divine Impact of Zen. Crushing Flood Dragon Punch. Ha ha ha. Your so-called reflection is just an injury for an injury. Then let's see if I break your defense and kill you first, or if you kill me first by reflecting my attacks. Wow, it looks like you've got more than just brawn. You've got some brains too, Enforcer Yi. But I can heal myself, can you? Finger of Nirvana. Alas, I really have no idea what the Great Elder saw in you. You're so ugly. But the most important thing is that even if you're hard or not, you'd have no strength left after doing it twice. It would definitely be most unfortunate if the Great Elder ended up marrying you. Xie Yan, you. I'm a what now? You think I'm talking about something you can't get hard? I'm talking about your fists. Or what, you're really no good down there. Do you realize just how much of an asshole you are? No one tried to stop you when you wanted to run away, yet you just had to come after me. Hey, I'm this pissed off because of you. You're not going anywhere today, Yi Gukken. For long range, he's got the finger of flowery swords. For close range, he's got a completely unreasonable heavenly guard, And he even has a self-healing martial art of unknown origin. Why has this guy suddenly become so hard to deal with? Damn it, I wish I'd just run away in the first place. The three elders of the Moqing sect are maintaining the Great Formation, and the matriarch of the sect is hunting down the high priestess and her people, so no one would have taken notice of my whereabouts. Why on earth did I have to fuck around and find out with this Xie Yen? Now it's neither a fight nor an escape. No, if I keep dragging this out, I won't have enough time to escape. I've got to get this over with. I have to gather all my power. Whether I live or die all depends on this punch. You want to hurt my husband? Go to hell. Chin Zinchi, you fucking bitch. Hey, she beat the wind out of you, but you still have the strength to curse at my wife? Sever. My lady, you didn't keep the elders company and came to me. It looks like you were worried sick about me. Indeed. I've missed you both so much. My dear's little thing is so lively and spirited. You're not a eunuch indeed. Ahem. I wonder how things are going over where the matriarch is at. We certainly can't allow the people from the blissful temple to escape. Judging by the situation of the battlefield, they were all stopped by Master and didn't escape from the Great Formation. Then let's go and have a look, maybe we can help the matriarch. Wait a minute. Hold on. Yi Gukin may be unconscious, but what if he wakes up midway and flees? As a powerhouse at the 9th layer of the acquired realm, let alone with his 2 remaining arms, he can still drag himself with his 3rd leg. Why don't you just cut off his rod, my dear? Why don't you just smash his dantian and cripple his cultivation, my lady? Dang Hengchen, you're my master's peer and have led the blissful temple's fight against the Moqing sect for many years. I'll allow you to choose the way you'll die. Yu Hongyan, I'm well aware you're an indecisive person, short on wisdom and lacking in virtue. Such an extremely risky plan, where just one small moment of carelessness would have made you lose the whole game, is not something your feeble brain could have ever come up with. It's as you say. I don't have the resourcefulness for underhanded trickery, nor do I have the influence to sway the elders of the sect. Even my late master said that I was only gifted enough in martial arts, and that my ability to manage the sect was no more than average. All I've got is the ability to judge other people's characters, that's all. There is an exceedingly bright member in my sect that I found and nurtured to make up for my shortcomings. Master is talking about you, my dear. Tisk, I'm somewhat jealous that she values you so highly. Sis Yu, who's usually a cute and adorable little fool, really has the aura of a sect master when it counts. I've always been jealous of you. Why does the Moqing sect always get all the outstanding talents? You're clearly just a youngster, but your progress in martial arts is already comparable to mine. And now that you have a think tank, you're even more of a menace. However, the past generations of incredible talents of the Moqing sect are often short-lived. Whether it be your master or the Wen Tingyun of old, none of them have lived beyond the age of 40. Yu Hongyan, you can't change this fate. I'll go first. And wait for you in hell. Rudao, although you're an undercover agent, you've been in the Moqing sect since you were a child for more than 10 years. I don't believe you really have any affection for the blissful temple. Although you and I have had less contact in recent years, we had been best friends practicing martial arts together since we were young. Why didn't you reveal your identity? If you had told me, surely I could have helped? As long as you sincerely repent, I'll persuade the other elders to spare your life. Humans are emotional creatures. How could I not know who is good to me? Hongyan, there are some things you aren't aware of. More than 10 years ago, Dang Hengchen conducted a program in which rather gifted young boys and girls were selected and secretly sent to various major sects to become disciples. Most of these children were discovered, but only I, who was sent to the Moqing sect, managed to stay undercover and took the opportunity to assume the position as an elder when the sect was in turmoil over the sect master's succession. But because of this, Dang Hengchen saw me as a trump card to destroy the Moqing sect. When all is said and done, it's nothing more than to do something not of one's own free will. Hongyan, don't forgive me. How can the crime of treason be forgiven so easily? Otherwise, you'll have a hard time convincing the masses. Purple blood. You took poison? I took the 7 flowers and 5 herbs mystical nether powder. It's impossible to save me now. I originally thought that after the fall of the Moqing sect, I'd atone for my sins with my life, so I took the poison in advance. Hongyan, I've deliberately alienated you all these years, and sometimes even stood on the great elder's side. Did I make things difficult for you? No, not at all. Just occasionally, I cursed you a few times for being a little bitch. It looks like you won't get the chance to curse at me anymore in the future. When it's time for me to go to my grave, I'll curse at you the same way. Hongyan, you really need to change your nature of not saying what you think. Can the finger of Nirvana save her? Probably, just maybe. It can? But just as she said herself, for sis use sake, she can't live. Do you have something on your mind? Let's go. It's not good to gather around and watch Master's private affairs. But Xie Yan. 4th Elder, do you have anything else to say? Xie Yan, step down. Rudao doesn't have much time left. Don't disturb her. Actually, the 4th Elder has left something out from her disclosure. Anyone who dispatches a mole must have some means of keeping it from betraying them. Otherwise, the 4th Elder would have changed sides long ago of her own volition. I just don't want the 4th Elder to leave any regrets. Oh, so it's you, Xie Yan. There's nothing I can hide from you. Just how smart are you? It's quite simple. My little brother was in Dang Hengchen's hands. If I didn't obey Dang Hengchen, his life wouldn't be guaranteed. When my brother and I parted, he was still very young, so he doesn't even remember he has a sister like me. And now that Dang Hengchen is dead, no one in the blissful temple knows who he is. Hongyan, promise me, don't let him know that he has as a sister, lest he be heartbroken. I won't, I promise you. When the poison of 7 flowers and 5 herbs mystical nether powder comes into effect, it will be exceptionally painful as it decays my internal organs. Hongyan, I'd like you to end all of this for me. Then. Farewell. Help me, Lingxian. I was wrong. It is all my fault. Gukin. I don't know if you approached me, a middle-aged woman, from the heart or for another purpose. But I will always remember those days you were by my side. So, may we never see each other again in this life. Lingxian. 4. Forgive me. The high priestess of the blissful temple and her party were all annihilated, and the Moqing sect were overwhelmingly victorious. It seems we don't need to do anything. Pack up. Commander, did you gather so many of our men today just to watch the battle? That was the order of the Earth Guardian, there's no doubt about it. The blissful temple lost so miserably. The Earth Guardian sure has some means. That Earth Guardian guy. If I can't afford to anger him, then I can at least try to avoid him, right? I'd better stay at a respectful distance. Tisk, tisk, when the people from Shui Lu were lying in wait outside the mountain, I thought they wanted to profit from our misfortune, but they just left? Little Hongyan managed to finish off Dang Hengcheng nicely, and here I thought that at the last moment, I'd have to push my weary old body to the utmost. Tisk, tisk, this is fine as well. My old bones certainly can't stand much action. And that Xie Yen isn't that bad either. Looks like the Moqing sect isn't short of successors. After the news of the death of the 5 innate realm experts of the Blissful Temple, including the High Priestess Dang Hengchen, the sect was in total chaos, and the master of the Yunyu County Hall, Bai Suyuan, promptly returned to temporarily assume the role as High Priestess and bring the situation under control. Although there are only about 3 innate realm experts left in the Blissful Temple, the great sect formation is completely intact and there's no longer any fear of invasion by outside foes. They're but a shadow of their former selves, and can only cower in a corner, not daring to talk about expansion. From then on, the lowest ranking of the 9 great demonic sects in the Han Empire was no longer the Moqing sect, and was replaced by the Blissful Temple, which originally ranked 6th. Moqing sect. In the past few days, Qin Xinqi has been requesting that I spar with her. For someone as chaste as myself, I was initially going to decline. However, Qin Xinqi solemnly swore that she would never extract my life force again and would instead use the mutually beneficial union of yin and yang technique. So I reluctantly gave it a try in order to uncover the truth. As it turns out, she didn't lie to me, but for me who practices martial arts with the use of origin points, the benefits of this method are limited. Not to mention that as the sparring gets more serious, whoever attacks more aggressively will reap more benefits. Sigh, and I must say, Qin Xinqi is truly fond of throwing her weight around, since she fought using her full might. She totally treated me as a punching bag. A single sparring session with you is better than half a month of plain cultivation. I must say, ever since your visit to Zhongling to practice the finger of flowery swords, you've sure become quite powerful. Not only did you get the junior disciples of the Yi Qing establishment as your loyal fans, but also got real close with the third elder. And even your relationship with Master has grown increasingly intimate. You must be joking, my lady. The matriarch and I have just an ordinary master and servant relationship and nothing more. Is that so? Master is more inclined to trust you than Wei Rudao, whom she knew since childhood. Is this also part of your so-called ordinary master and servant relationship? And here I was thinking what my lady could be thinking about, but it turned out to be this. In fact, when I first said that I was suspicious of Wei Rudao, the matriarch was a bit angry. However, upon further consideration, Wei Rudao always brought us some good news whenever we were at a loss. That Bai Yuyan in particular came at just the perfect time. Wasn't this all rather a bit too good to be true? Plus, think about what I did that day, my lady. I just informed the elders in advance that there might be trouble at the sect meeting and raised their vigilance. If Wei Rudao was indeed a traitor, then the 3 elders, as I warned them, would inevitably prepare to strike back at the final moment, just as it happened that day. If not, then we would proceed with the plan to bring down the Great Elder. Ultimately, our goal would be to weaken the Great Elder's influence, without getting our own hands dirty. At the time the human and material evidence were conclusive, the Great Elder's whole group would have fallen into disgrace, and she would be unable to reverse the situation with her power alone. If that's the case, then it's not surprising that Master believed in you. My lady, are you trying to give a small reward for my wise husband, of course. Can't I? Yes, of course, you can. It's just that I'm the one who's going to be rewarding you, no. The next day. Xie Yan. Which of Wei Rudeo's holdings remains undistributed? Let's see. There's still the Huawin house in the city of Yan and the branch in the city of Qifeng unassigned. Fuck, last night I sparred with Qin Xinqi more than 10 times. I'm exhausted. Today is an important meeting to decide the distribution of the holdings left behind by Wei Rudao. Why did I almost fall asleep? Yet, Qin Xinqi didn't even come for such an important meeting, so it seems that she also had a hard time last night. Sigh, Qin Xinqi. Oh, Qin Xinqi, now do you know who's tougher? Since these are the only 2 left, then, I'm not interested in the Huawin house, and am the only one worthy of taking the branch in the city of Qifeng. Who's for it, and who's against it? Lingxian, you've been given the Mian business and the Zhuxiang gambling house in the city of Bailu, and you still want the branch in the city of Qifeng? Why don't you take the Huawin house in the city of Yan and let me have the branch? Give her the Huawin house in the city of Yan? Second elder, you haven't asked for my approval yet. So, supposing we give you the Huawin house in the city of Yan, you'll withdraw your claim for the branch in the city of Qifeng? Why would I withdraw? I remember when the crowd from the Blissful Temple came to our sect to kill us. Only the matriarch and I fought them. You 2 just hid in the back and powered the great sect formation. I was seriously injured while fighting, so the Huawin house should be my reward. As for the branch, it's naturally part of my share too. Oh, you fought, so you should be rewarded, and who will make amends for my honor and innocence being tarnished? A few days ago, they were like comrades fighting against the same enemy. Now, in the blink of an eye, they're having a huge squabble over the profit sharing. What a bunch of old foxes. All of you, stop squabbling. Great Elder, I know how to make up for your losses. Third Elder, I haven't forgotten your service during the battle. In my opinion, the Huawin house should be assigned to the Third Elder, while the Great Elder can choose 5 highly qualified disciples to gradually further their training. What do the elders think? I have nothing to say. I suppose that's fair enough. I find it acceptable. As matriarch, I not only hunted down the people of the Blissful Temple, but am also presiding over the general trend of this meeting on your behalf. With all that's been going on, I haven't gotten much for myself. Therefore, I'll take the branch in the city of Qifeng. No wonder the matriarch kept giving out stuff to others in the first half of the meeting, but got nothing for herself. So she was eyeing the last and most profitable property. What a clever strategy. But it seems that the elders were expecting this? No problem. I'm perfectly content with the Huawin house, so I'll let you take over the branch. When the sect was in chaos, the matriarch was the one whose plans and efforts were the greatest. Naturally, the matriarch tops the list for who's entitled to take the branch. Moreover, I'll send both my disciple Xianer and Mei Ling's disciple Ji Changwu to the city of Qifeng to assist the new branch master in taking office. I thank the elders for their kindness. What assistance? I think it's just for the sake of keeping a close eye on things. Now that you've all gotten your share, and this meeting has come to an end. Swipe swipe. It's my turn at last. My personal servant, Xie Yan, also played a considerable role in this incident. All the elders got what they wanted, but Xie Yan hasn't got his due reward yet. Matriarch, I don't have any lofty ambitions. Besides, seeing that the elders have already got their share of the property, it would be inappropriate for me to poke my nose in. Why don't you allow me to choose another martial art from the Sutra Pavilion? I'm not interested in property or anything of that matter, so it would be better for me to get some more martial arts at the Sutra Pavilion again. Hold your horses. Before we give Xie Yan any rewards, there's an old score I'd like to settle with you. Before the meeting, Xie Yan hadn't achieved a single feat and could only at most learn some ordinary acquired realm martial arts. But the matriarch handed him the finger of flowery swords, which I think is highly unorthodox. What do you mean by that, Great Elder? Could it be that you're looking to condemn me? I wouldn't dare. But rules are rules, after all. If even the sect master doesn't follow them, how can she convince the masses? That's not true, Great Elder. The matriarch has always been very strict. Oh? When do you think I found out about Wei Rudeo's ploy? It was after I discovered it that the matriarch granted me with the finger of flowery swords. Don't mistake the relation of what happened before and afterwards, Great Elder. That's nonsense. Hey, if you say I'm talking nonsense, then take out the evidence. If there's none, then you're the one who's talking nonsense. Consider the finger of flowery swords as your reward. Other martial arts shall not be mentioned again. Dang, she's shooting her own feet. This old fox. Aren't we on the same team? Snickers. All right. Xie Yan, as the saying goes, don't bite off more than you can chew. The finger of flowery swords is enough for you to practice, you shouldn't waste time with other techniques. Wait until you've advanced to the innate realm, then consider other martial arts. I have a system that can fuse martial arts, so I'm not afraid of biting off more than I can chew, no matter how much you give me. Since the branch in the city of Qufeng now belongs to me, you have no authority to question who I appoint as its branch master. That's only natural. In that case, I will grant the position of branch master to Xie Yan. You want me to be the branch master? The matriarch has forced me to do something way beyond my ability, so I'm thankful for the great elder and the second elder not turning their back on me, and having elder martial brother Changwu and junior martial sister Yanner to come assist me. I've heard that elder martial brother Changwu is familiar with the branch in the city of Qufeng. Is there anything you can tell me about it? Second elder's disciple, Ji Changwu. Just call me by my full name. I've been appointed by my master to assist branch master Xie, and as one of your subordinates, I can't accept being addressed as elder martial brother. Very well, I'll call you Changwu. Changwu, tell me about the city of Qufeng. This guy. I deliberately expressed goodwill but he didn't even take it. It seems he's not a simple character either. Yes, the city of Qufeng is quite uneventful to say the least. Qufeng is located in the Jiangnan administrative region of the Han Empire. The mines there produce a special type of cold iron used to forge magic weaponry, and for a long time, this industry has been secretly controlled by the local power Great River Alliance. Great River Alliance sphere of influence. Qufeng. The Great River Alliance is an alliance composed of factions from 7 or 8 small cities near Qufeng. While it is ranked low among the prestigious houses of the Han Empire, it controls the waterways under the constraints imposed by the imperial court, and as a local bigwig, it is not to be belittled. Just a few years ago, Wei Rudao had a conflict with a leader of the Great River Alliance for some unknown reason, justifiably injured him, and opened a branch in Qufeng. Since then, the sect elders used their personal connections to establish contact with important members of the imperial court, forcibly snap the city of Qufeng from the Great River Alliance's clutches, and get a portion of the cold iron ore mining rights. Thanks to Wei Rudeo's governance, our sect's Qufeng branch has greatly solidified its place, and all the big and small powers in the city have adopted a fawning attitude towards us. I reckon Branch Master Xie will get a lot of courtesy from the small powers when you take up office. Is that so? I don't really care if I get any courtesies or not. But now that Wei Rudao is dead and I'm taking her place as branch master, are you sure I'll manage to do so smoothly, Changwu? No matter how weak the Great River Alliance is, it shouldn't take much effort to take down a martial artist like me who's not even reached the innate realm, right? You're worrying too much, Branch Master Xie. They can't afford to mess with the Moqing sect. Otherwise, the sect master wouldn't feel comfortable assigning you to the city of Qufeng. I see, but I'm still a little uneasy about the Great River Alliance, so you'll have to keep a close eye on them for me, Changwu. Although the matriarch wouldn't put me in harm's way, the more cards I have, the better. The Shuiyi Lu could have been of help. But that old fox, Heaven 3, seems to be deliberately avoiding me, and I wasn't able to get in touch with him before I left, otherwise I wouldn't rely on this Ji Changwu. I'll do as the branch master wishes. Elder Marshal Brother Ji, from now on, I'll deeply appreciate you running errands for me. After all, this guy may look simple-mindedly loyal with impeccable conduct, but it's hard to tell loyalty from deception. If I had received any negative emotions from him, I wouldn't have dared to leave him by my side. Shi Yanner is much easier to get along with. She's so simple that as long as I don't piss her off, everything will be fine. A few days later, city of Qufeng. Lakeside, flowing water pavilion. Branch master, these two are the local Weixin money shop banker Zhao, and the Changhe clan's head Wu. The Changhe clan controls most of the inns and taverns in the city of Qufeng, and the flowing water pavilion is the property of head Wu. You deeply flatter me. I've long heard of young Lord Xia's distinguished name, but now that I've met you today, I see your reputation is truly well-deserved. In my opinion, with young Lord Xia's talents, I'm afraid that the 5 beauties and 4 princes in the Han Empire will soon become the 5 beauties and 5 princes. These are the local Wafang Madam Hao, and the gambling house's manager Fang. Long have we heard of young Master Xia's outstanding noble and handsome appearance and natural talent. In seeing you today, I see that you're truly most remarkable. You're too kind. The way these guys are treating me is not so much sucking up, but more like pandering. Dink. Changwu, didn't you say these people would be full of courtesies? But all they did was say some nice words and nothing else whatsoever. I don't suppose the Moqing sect will have to pay for this meal, will it? Branch master. The conduct of these guys is a bit subtle. But I'm just a newcomer here, so I don't have a clear grasp of the situation. I only know that they weren't like this when Wei Rudao was in power. It looks like the situation in the city of Qufeng isn't that stable either. But that's good, because if it were too stable, it'd be no fun. Branch master, I'll investigate them after the feast. Yeah, go check them out. By the way, Changwu, that thing they were talking about just now, the 5 emphases and 4 points of beauty. Ah poo. The 5 beauties and 4 princes, what's it about? The branch master is actually unaware? The 5 beauties and 4 princes hail from the various sects of the Han Empire, and are the most prominent of the young generation in the Han Empire, all of them with cultivation at the 9th layer of the acquired realm. It can be said that these 9 people will shape the destiny of the martial arts world in the Han Empire for decades to come. In addition, among them, the branch master's wife, elder martial sister Qin Xinqi, is known as the magical dignified beauty. Moqing sect, the magical dignified beauty, Qin Xinqi. The magical dignified beauty? It turns out Qin Xinqi is really famous. Sounds about right. Qin Xinqi's body is indeed as springy as a konjac. Huh? Isn't that Miss Shi Yanner of the Moqing sect? Elder Marshal Brother Changwu, the water lilies here are beautiful. Junior Marshal Sister Yanner has never seen a water lily before, so I suppose she's very excited to see one for the first time. I was wondering where she'd gone, so she went to pick up water lilies. Don't think about it, that girl looks quite pretty this way. A poem should be recited at a time like this. Huh? It's the gentle, dignified prince, Ji Yuntao. That woman with the mask on. Ah, I heard that the divine dignified beauty recently came to the city of Qufeng with the gentle dignified prince. She must be the divine dignified beauty Xie Daoyun. It's the gentle dignified prince. It's my most beloved gentle dignified prince. I can't believe I'm seeing him in person. How embarrassing, he'll find out I'm infatuated with him. Here you go. A very beautiful water lily. That'll do it, right? Thank you for your gift, miss. I like it very much. The beautiful and young girl from a humble home parts the cold water on her magnolia boat. The lotus flowers reflect her looks, and their leaves by her fragrance dyed. Holding a lotus flower in her hand, to the gentleman she offers it, wishing to wear a beautiful dress made from them. I gift you this poem as a token of appreciation from my humble self. Oh, you're too kind, young Lord Ji. The poem was very lovely and I liked it very much. I'm glad you like it. Forgive my rudeness, but may I know your name? My name is Shi Yanner, and I'm the last direct disciple of the great elder of the Moqing sect. That's the gentle, dignified prince, Ji Yuntao? That guy's style is similar to mine. As the main character, the most annoying thing is when there's a character clash. But compared to Ji Yuntao, that masked woman Xie Daoyun seems to attract me more. Not the kind of attraction between male and female, but rather a dim feeling that there's something about her that's calling out to me. Young Lord Ji. Young Lord Ji, what brings you here today? Greetings, fellow seniors. I haven't seen you for a few days, young Lord Ji. You look even more elegant than ever. I heard that my fellow seniors would be gathered here with the newly appointed Qufeng branch master from the Moqing sect, so I came along with junior martial sister Xie to pay my respects. You were looking for me? Who is this? This is young Lord Xie, the new master of the Qufeng branch from the Moqing sect. Forgive me for my lack of courtesy. But I didn't come here to meet branch master Xie, but to ask my fellow seniors for a favor. Young Lord Ji, you actually have a favor to ask of us? As the contemporary chief disciple of the Taizan sect, something that even he can't do likely won't be simple. Why don't you tell us about your request, young Lord Ji? Let me listen to what he has to say first, but if it's too dangerous, it'd be best to pass it up. Not long ago, the chief disciple of the Da Zheng sect, Yan Jia, murdered his master, massacred his entire sect and fled the martial arts world. As you all know, the Da Zheng sect is a subordinate sect of the Buddhist Xinjai, so if something happens to it, the Buddhist Xinjai will naturally take care of it, and junior martial sister Xie will take charge. Yan Jia was originally an exceptional prodigy of the Da Zheng sect who had a bright future ahead of him. Unfortunately, somewhere along the line, he got a fragment of the mantra of the 6 demonic desires, an esoteric demonic sect technique. As a result, his temperament drastically changed, and he embraced the so-called method of cutting off one's worldly attachments to advance to the innate realm, massacring his entire sect. It is truly tragic and despicable. Yan Jia is at the 9th layer of the acquired realm, and combined with his demonic power boost, he will be very difficult to deal with. However, a few days ago, he was intercepted by junior martial sister Xie, and his whereabouts are unknown after he escaped with serious injuries. And now we've ascertained that he's in the city of Qufeng. Demonic cultivator, Yan Jia? He betrayed his sect? And he's here in Qufeng? Does young Lord Ji wish for our aid? But We can't get caught up in this mess. I'm just a simple brothel keeper. I'd be more than happy to help with all this fighting and killing, but I lack the power to do so. It's strange that Ji Yuntao, being of the Taizan sect, is getting involved in the affairs of the Buddhist Shinjai. It seems the rumors were right, that Ji Yuntao is indeed wooing Xie Daoyun. My fellow seniors, you worry too much. Naturally, I'm not asking you to confront Yan Jia head-on. Putting people who have nothing to do with it in harm's way is something that I, Yuntao, would feel beneath my dignity. I'm not afraid of that punk, but I fear that with his notoriously wicked temperament, he'll prey on my disciples. Young Lord Ji and Lady Xie have been in Qufeng for a few days now. Could this Yan Jia have already left? Naturally not. Junior Marshal Sister Xie left some devices on him to vaguely determine his location. His whereabouts have remained basically unchanged for the past few days. Yan Jia is badly wounded, so he won't easily change his hiding place, and he's hiding behind a human face mask, thinking he can conceal his identity from us by some lucky fluke. From what young Lord Ji said, you've already found out where Yan Jia is hiding. Since we aren't required to partake in the plan to surround and kill him, it seems we're not needed, right? No matter what plan Ji Yuntao has, we need to stop him from getting us involved in the killing of Yan Jia. Junior Marshal Sister Xie could only determine his general location, but since Yan Jia is wearing a human face mask, we can't pinpoint it accurately. It is impossible for Yan Jia to avoid the fact that your businesses cover almost everything related to food, clothing, housing and transportation in the city of Qufeng. I need information on the movement of people in all your respective businesses over the past half-month. With this information, coupled with Junior Marshal Sister Xia's senses, I'm sure we can find Yan Jia in this vast sea of people. That's easy. If Yan Jia visited the Wafang, there must be a record of it. It's my honor to help you, young Lord Ji. No problem, it's but a trifling matter. This Yan Jia is a most heinous villain. We're duty-bound to do our part. So he just wanted information. I can do this kind of favor. Then I thank you all on behalf of Junior Marshal Sister Xie. Having brought this up, that demon, Yan Jia, was born into a righteous sect, and has always been taught the principles of benevolence, righteousness, propriety, wisdom, and faith. If he hadn't been led astray by the demonic sect's wickedness, would he have committed such an utterly unconscionable crime that would make anyone have the right to duly punish him? Ji Yuntao, this is a banquet for the branch master of our sect. What do you mean by demon and demonic sect's wickedness? Are you looking down on our Moqing sect? Ji Yuntao was indeed insinuating. I knew he was being cleverly sarcastic, as soon as he opened his mouth, but why is Ji Changwu being so impulsive? He's not acting as smoothly as he did before. And judging by their names, they're not related, are they? Yan Jia is a brutal savage. If he's not a demon, then who is? However, even though he's a demon, that he has nothing to do with the Moqing sect, is something I and Junior Marshal Sister Xie know very well. Changwu, you don't need to be so sensitive. Ji Yuntao, don't pretend you're innocent. Couldn't you go find these seniors anytime? Why did you only come now and took no notice of the branch master? Are you insulting our sect? Tisk, tisk. This Ji Changwu looks as if he's defending the dignity of the Moqing sect, but he's actually trying to force me to call Ji Yuntao out. I don't like Ji Yuntao either, and I was going to criticize him a little bit, but Ji Changwu jumped out on his own, so now it's a different story. Changwu, you're thinking too much. It was just more convenient to meet them all here. Besides, there's a difference between righteousness and demonicness, so we can't ask a demonic sect to capture a demon. That's why we didn't want to bother Branch Master Xie. That's not true, Brother Yuntao. Yan Jia is a brutal savage who betrayed his master and went against his ancestral teachings. Such a person wouldn't be tolerated by my sect either, so I don't see any issue with apprehending a guy like that. Brother Yuntao, you wouldn't think that the demon you used to characterize Yan Jia and the demon in my sect's name are one and the same, would you? I'd be glad to hear your thoughts. Our sect is an illustrious sect recognized by the imperial court. If every such sect had people just like Yan Jia, who are capable of incurring the greatest public indignations, and give anyone the right to duly punish them, wouldn't that mean that the imperial court is blind? Brother Yuntao, what's your opinion? It's just as Branch Master Xie said. This Xie Yan is kind of interesting. In today's world, the illustrious sects recognized by the Han imperial court, regardless of whether they're righteous or demonic, just have different philosophies. The so-called righteous and demonic sects aren't a distinction between good and evil. Righteousness is the way of honesty, meaning that the righteous techniques are pure and long established, just like a grand, straightforward path, most ideal for those who steadily train. While demonicness is the way of mystery, meaning that the demonic techniques are magnificent and magical, just like going out on a limb through steep, bumpy and treacherous mountain peaks. But by blazing a new trail, one might find a way to climb to the top and get an AWE-inspiring bird's-eye view at the very summit. So if any of you gentlemen are unable to achieve any results with normal cultivation, you can come have a try at the Moqing sect. That's an interesting way of putting it. I'd expect nothing else from a branch master, always eager to attract new disciples. However, even though demonic techniques make it possible to find a different way of doing things, there are often unexpected costs or circumstances that can easily cause people to dramatically change their nature. In fact, Yan Jia is a living example. Junior Martial Sister Xie, you don't like to be persistently in contact with people from demonic sects, so you must be very tired of this trip, right? Not to the point of boredom, but... After examining this branch Master Xie carefully, I realized that Elder Martial Sister Xinqi really admires beautiful things. This Xie Daoyun didn't say anything the whole time, but as soon as she did, she mentioned Qin Xinqi. Do they know each other? Junior Martial Sister Xie, let's be on our way. Gentlemen, Junior Martial Sister Xie and I'll be quietly waiting for good tidings at the Peng Lai Inn. Young Lord Ji and Lady Xie, take care. Young Lord Ji left so soon. Young Lord Ji is gone, but we still have Branch Master Xie. He, exactly. Our new branch master is quite good looking too. Even that Xie Daiyan briefly praised his beauty. Who do you think is better looking, the new branch master or young Lord Ji? Young Lord Ji, Branch Master Xie. Apart from that Xie Daoyun being very cold, I was unable to perceive anything else about her, and that Ji Yuntao is polite on the surface, but underneath he shouldn't be a simple man. That they didn't come earlier or afterwards to meet these local notables, but came exactly when they were holding the welcome banquet for me. Do they take me for a fool? 1 hour later. Branch Master Xie, we'll be taking our leave now, as the situation with Yan Jia may take an unexpected turn at any time. A villain like Yan Jia can't be allowed to stay in the city of Qufeng. The sooner young Lord Ji finishes him off, the better. That's understandable, you guys can go about your business. These bigwigs of the city of Qufeng are somewhat devious. I don't need you here, go back first. Changwu and I have something to discuss. Yes. Young Lord Ji, you seem to like water lilies, so I picked some more. Hey, where's young Lord Ji? You've been picking water lilies for an hour, they've already left. I am going to see young Lord Ji off. That girl, Shi Yanner, has obsession for Ji Yuntao written all over her face, whatever will come next. Branch Master Xie, this Ji Yuntao from the Tai Zan sect doesn't give a damn about our sect. I really can't stand idly by and watch. Oh? The demonic cultivator, Yan Jia, isn't to be underestimated, so in my view, maybe we can use him to bring Ji Yuntao down a peg? Ji Wuchang, you're quite pleased with yourself, aren't you? Pleased with myself? I'm not sure what the branch master means. The dignity of our sect isn't to be humiliated lightly, so you thought that if you jumped out on your own and pointed out Ji Yuntao's insinuations, I would have to shed all pretense of cordiality with him, didn't you? Branch master? Protecting the dignity of the Moqing sect is what I should be doing as branch master. But I prefer not to be taken advantage of. I don't care what kind of grudge you have against Ji Yuntao, the next time you want to use me, you better think about whether you have the right to do so or not. As an insignificant pawn, where did you get the impression that you were a chess player, huh? Tell me, what's going on? Don't say you have nothing to do with Ji Yuntao. Please forgive me, branch master. I do have a relationship with Ji Yuntao. Ji Yuntao and I belong to the same family, the Ji family in Zhongnan. He's my cousin. Among the younger generation of the Ji family, Ji Yuntao is the most outstanding one. Ji Yuntao is a very arrogant guy and the family members his age aren't fond of him. Anyway, the two of us have never been on good terms, so to keep him out of my sight, I simply ran away from home, joined the Moqing sect and seldom return. Arrogant? Aren't fond of him? Actually, they're just losers who are jealous of Mr. Perfect. In my past life there were many losers who said I was arrogant too. I don't know what possessed me. I'm already a disciple of the Moqing sect, but I'm still dwelling on the past, even trying to use the sect to suppress Ji Yuntao. I have committed a grave sin, branch master, please punish me. That's the way. I like to hear the truth. Finger of Nirvana. Heals. Branch master, this. I healed your face, but the same mistake isn't to happen again. Do you hear me? Thank you, branch master. I'll never do it again. Okay, tell me about the relationship between Xie Daoyun and Ji Yuntao. The capture of Yan Jia is Xie Daoyun's business, but Ji Yuntao is actively participating as a disciple of the Taizan sect. Don't tell me they're having an affair? It's a long story, so I'll start with the Buddhist Xinjai, which Xie Daoyun belongs to. The Buddhist Xinjai is the oldest sect in the Han Empire, rumored to possess a 1,000-year-old inheritance. The reason why the Buddhist Xinjai has lasted through the ages is that, in addition to its own inheritance of mysterious skills, it has the support of someone else. Legend has it that every 100 years, a reincarnated saint from the primordial god star will appear in the Han Empire. Who will lead the way in unifying the righteous and the demonic? And every 100 years, the Buddhist Xinjai will assign a descendant to seek this reincarnated individual. Xie Daoyun is the descendant of this generation. Xie Daoyun has traveled around the world with many young talents, and Ji Yuntao is the one who has spent the most time with her. Many believe that Ji Yuntao is the reincarnation of this generation. However, I believe that this claim was mostly spread by Ji Yuntao himself, for the purpose of courting Xie Daoyun. Oh, so did Ji Yuntao ever get to court Xie Daoyun? I don't think so. No matter how outstanding Ji Yuntao is, Xie Daoyun has already seen many who are just like him. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't think they were behaving very intimately, so I guess they're just friends. All right, no more gossip. I'm somewhat interested in what Ji Yuntao said today. Keep an eye on those local big shots, and pay special attention to when Ji Yuntao and the others will attack Yan Jia. Understood. I'll get right on it. I can't wait to see it. How much talent does Ji Yuntao truly have in comparison to his reputation? 2 days later. It turns out that Yan Jia has been hiding in Head Wu's Rujia Inn, disguised as a traveling merchant. This guy really knows how to conceal his presence, since he hasn't left Qufeng for so many days. The surrounding population has been dispersed, right? Don't worry, Yan Jia is the only one left in this vicinity besides us. So what if Yan Jia's martial arts are great? Not as much as a peep happens in Qufeng without me knowing. Come on, if Ji Yuntao hadn't given you 3 suspicious locations to investigate, would you even know where Yan Jia was hiding? Then Yan Jia wouldn't have been found without me. Oh, if Head Wu is so tough, why didn't you go ahead and capture Yan Jia with your own hands? Manager Fang must be joking. Finding Yan Jia's location was just a way to please Ji Yuntao. Whether it's the Tai Zan sect, the Buddhist Xinjai, or the Moqing sect, they're all outsiders to us. And since they're outsiders, what's the rush to help? We just need to maintain our relationship. That's exactly right. Now, we just had to stand aside and watch the show. Oh, you have a show going on, yet you didn't even call me? It's just the capture of Yan Jia, what's there to see? And if we're going to talk about something to look at, wouldn't it be much better to look at Branch Master Xie? If it was just someone as insignificant as Yan Jia, there'd be really nothing to see. But the moon tonight is nice. Yan Jia, it's pointless to hide any longer. Come out. Ji Yuntao, you're really just like a ghost that refuses to leave. You're going to all this trouble for that bitch Xie Daoyun? How rude, but since you're about to die, I'll let you indulge yourself for a while. Huh? Someone's locking me with their spiritual power. Wait, it's not coming from Ji Yuntao's direction, it's coming from the sky. A clear sword intent untouched by worldly affairs. It's Xie Daoyun's celestial intuition sword technique. But if I got away from you once, I'll get away again. Is that the mantra of the 6 demonic desires? I wonder if it can match the Buddhist Xinjai's martial art, the celestial intuition sword technique. It's said that the mantra of the 6 demonic desires is an esoteric technique from the 2nd demonic sect, the Shin Mo sect, and even though it's incomplete, you can still feel its bizarreness. The so-called 6 desires, seeing, hearing, smelling, speaking, touching, and thinking, are human survival instincts themselves. Nose, tongue, ears, body, eyes. And the purpose of the mantra of the 6 demonic desires is to hone one's will by continuously confronting these 6 desires. Ultimately, one can cut off and even control these 6 desires, and let one's spirit transcend the mundane. Mantra of the 6 demonic desires. Desire for smell. Those who've successfully practiced the mantra of the 6 demonic desires can control other people's 6 desires so that they can't see, hear, smell, speak, feel or think. Desire for taste. Mantra of the 6 demonic desires. Desire for touch. And those who completely master it can even manifest their 6 desires just like now. However, it's still not as good as Xie Daoyun's astounding sword technique. The mantra of the 6 demonic desires can control other people's 5 senses and even materialize one's own 6 desires to attack enemies. If it was me who had to capture Yan Jia, I'm afraid I'd not necessarily be a match for him. The so-called 5 beauties and 4 princes are really quite powerful. Moreover, I feel that she's attracting me again. Xie Daoyun, one day I'll figure out the secret behind the thing around your neck. It seems that while I was tirelessly healing my wounds, Xie Daoyun's power has improved further. It's unfortunate that the mantra of the 6 demonic desires I've learned is incomplete. Without the desire to think mantra, I can't put up a good fight against her sword attacks. And if I were to just turn around and flee, Under the celestial intuition sword technique spiritual lock, there's no way for me to dodge, hide, or live. Only when I get rid of the spiritual lock can I use that move. Seeing, touching, hearing, smelling, speaking. 5 desires combination illusory body. Yan Jia has already practiced the 5 desires combination illusory body. No wonder he was able to escape from Xie Daoyun before. The so-called 6 desires are actually related to the 6 mortal forms, and can be considered as an integral part of the foundation of human beings. And if you can completely control the 6 desires, you can give birth to a body from your own mind and live anew. If you can control 5 of the 6 desires, you'll be able to detach from your own being to create an illusory body that can break free from the spiritual lock. It's truly unfathomable. Oh, no. It looks like Yan Ji is going to run away again. Ji Yun Tao. It's time for you to take action. Tisk. It's really unpleasant to use this move, since it's more painful than just taking a sword blow from her. But at least I can save my life with it, so it's better than nothing. Ji Yun Tao. Oh, Ji Yun Tao, regardless of how brilliant you are, you never imagined I'd be able to practice the 5 desires combination illusory body, right? The 2 of you won't be enough to kill me today. This is the true heavenly mantra of the primordial God. I've kept you waiting, Junior Martial Sister Xie. Tai Zan Sect Esoteric Technique, true heavenly mantra of the primordial God. Kya. What's going on? This is the Tai Zan Sect's true heavenly mantra of the primordial God. It's that Ji Yun Tao. His true heavenly mantra of the primordial God can spiritually suppress its victims. It's a devious technique designed to subdue demonic practitioners. Demons and monsters have nowhere to hide. I never thought that Ji Yun Tao had already practiced the true heavenly mantra of the primordial God. My death was inevitable. Ji Yun Tao was so formidable that my legs are still shaking. Xie Daoyun isn't far behind. She swiftly locked Yan Jia's real body once more and cut him down with her sword. Both of them are especially gifted. Fortunately, we haven't offended them with our usual niceties. Branchmaster, are you all right? I'm fine. That illusion had some of the power of those during the battle between the matriarch and the high priestess of the blissful temple. Is Ji Yun Tao really only at the 9th layer of the acquired realm? If I hadn't leaned against the railing, I'd have been humiliated. The divine impact of Zen was completely unresponsive. I'm pretty much powerless to resist such an attack at the spiritual level. Branchmaster, the true heavenly mantra of the primordial God can be restrained and released at will. It won't affect the innocent under control. That bastard Ji Yun Tao must have done it on purpose. He's trying to hammer us. Ji Chengwu is still trying to incite me with his remarks, but he's right. Ji Yun Tao was deliberately trying to intimidate everyone, including me, with the intensity of that move. I've always been benevolent to others, but I'm not so honest that I greet someone with a broad smile who's dropped in to shit on me. My apologies, everyone, but I'm new to the true heavenly mantra of the primordial God and I lost the hang of it for a short while, so it affected those of you who were uninvolved. Not at all. Young Lord Ji fought very well. As expected of young Lord Ji, the damage is much less than I anticipated. It's young Lord Ji, after all. Young Lord Ji. Brother Yun Tao is truly amazing. In terms of martial arts, you're able to vanquish vile fiends with a flick of your hand, and in terms of writing, you're able to pen down romance. I'm able to pen down romance. What does Branch Master Xie mean by that? Don't try to hide it, Brother Yuntao. When I was in Zhongling, I had the pleasure of reading a few of déjà vu's romance novels. Isn't there a rumor on the streets that this déjà vu is Brother Yuntao? I've long admired your striking literary talent. I've heard about this déjà vu who writes romance novels. There's indeed a rumor that déjà vu is Ji Yuntao from the Tai Zan sect. Young Lord Ji absolutely hates it when people mention this rumor. Is Branch Master Xie from the Moqing sect trying to pick a fight with him? Origin points obtained anger, 0.01 points, Ji Yuntao. Branch Master Xie, there's no need to discuss these hearsay rumors. What Junior Marshal Sister Xie said is very true. You overexerted your mind using the celestial intuition sword technique tonight, so why do we have to take trouble discussing this further? I'd rather see you off early to get some rest. Thank you for your trouble, Elder Marshal Brother Ji. We will take our leave, gentlemen. I won't bother to see you off. A few days later. After the last sour parting, neither any local factions nor Ji Yuntao have made any moves. The branch is being managed neatly with Ji Changwu's help. I underestimated him before, but without Ji Changwu's help, I wouldn't have figured out the situation of the branch so quickly. Damn it, his power has gone up again. He's good at everything, but is too obsessed with Ji Yuntao. If Ji Yuntao had a system, he would probably receive origin points from Ji Changwu 24 hours a day. Ji Changwu can be useful, but if I want to completely bring him under control, Ji Yuntao can't be a hurdle for him to stride over. Shi Yan'er is Ji Yuntao's fangirl and runs over to his residence every day. Luckily, she's not in charge of the branch, otherwise she would have sent all the forces in Qufeng out to win Ji Yuntao's favor. Love makes women dumb. Shi Yan'er has completely forgot that she was sent by the Great Elder to keep me in balance. Casting aside these two inner worries, the situation isn't optimistic by any stretch. The attitude of the local factions is neither hostile nor friendly, and they have always been respectful towards me, with no obvious intention to oppose me, but they're no longer as obedient as they were when Wei Rudao presided over them. It won't be long before the annual Zhongnan meeting where every year they divide up the proceeds. In the past, the largest share in Qufeng has gone to the Moqing sect, but I'm afraid this year Ji Yuntao and Xie Daoyun have been staying in Qufeng all this time, and I don't know what their purpose is. The city of Qufeng appears to be calm and peaceful, but in reality, there's rather a bit of sense of movement brewing in the background. The calm before the storm. There's really no quick way to overcome the situation for a while. Might isn't equal to people after all. Since there's nothing else to do right now, I'd better go to another small world and harvest some suckers. System level. Level 2, Realm. Acquired Realm 6th layer. Origin points, 747. Number of times you've entered another realm. 3. Cooldown has ended. It's really slow to gather origin points in the main world. I've only gone up about 400 points since returning from the world of Chunshang, and it's not nearly enough to upgrade the Finger of Flowery Swords to level 4. The Random World Finder has found the world of Tongling. To travel to this world, 500 origin points will be spent. 500? Why did it go up so much? It was only 50 origin points before. Activating the Realm Travel function. Calculating route. Do you wish to travel to the discovered world of Tongling? Yes or no? System, what's going on? This is extortion. Activating the Realm Travel function. Do you wish to travel to the discovered world of Tongling? Shit, not answering me back, you're being awfully reserved. If I exclude the possibility of the system inflating prices, from the previous rounds of traveling, the more origin points spent, the higher the level of the world. Being 500 origin points now indicates that the world of Tongling is much more difficult. And the more difficult it is, the higher the profit I can get, but the greater the consequent risk. But I can always choose to return, so at most I'll go bankrupt, but not die. I'm in. 500 origin points have been used. Realm travel function activated. World of Tongling, the only son of the Xie group, Xie Yan. Soul replacement succeeded. Oh, look at this outfit. A modern world setting, is it? Then rumor has it that the little girl's resentment has lingered on that doll and never faded away. But what's this all about? Was the original owner having some kind of ghost story rally with this bunch? Yet anyone unlucky enough to see that cursed doll will be hanged without fail. The cursed doll may be prowling our neighborhood right now, looking for its next victim. The performance was pompous, the dialogue was dull, the plot was cliched, and the story was terribly told. Thank goodness it was the original owner listening. Memory import, starting. Let's see who the me in this world is first. The original owner is a good-looking child of a nouveau riche family. Both his parents are abroad, he lives alone, is actually quite modest, though not very good at socializing, and is as pure and single as a saint wizard whose handsomeness is wasted on him. He doesn't have any enemies, nor did he have any special experiences. This world is also a very ordinary modern world. This simple and boring setting actually cost me 500 origin points? Bian Gui. Long Dao. As for the others, they're all members of an outdoor club added by the original owner on a social networking app, and today is the day they decided to go out camping. But this whole camping trip is just a sorority these people came up with in order to date Zhang Xiaolan. Zhang Xiaolan. In other words, the original owner is really just the silly son of a rich family. According to the memory of Zhang Xiaolan's behavior, she's obviously a woman who's unbelievably proficient at making herself irresistible to men and simultaneously an expert at seducing the guys in the entire club. Bian Gui, you're too good at this. I'm a little scared. Leaving the hoe aside for now, why don't I see what the quest is? Loading quest. Lin Feng, the Ghost King, who had been deceased for 1,000 years, has been reborn inside one of his descendants, only to find him destitute, begging for a living and calling a hovel for his home for years on end. On the other hand, the descendants of his former servants are celebrated and lead voluptuous lives. The Ghost King, in his rage, vowed to kill all the servants who betrayed their lord. Issuing quest. Exterminate the Ghost King, Lin Feng, within half a year. During that time don't leave the city of Sha Shui or else the quest fails. Upon completion of the quest, you can return with all the power you've gained in this world, otherwise you'll get nothing. What the devil? Why does the setting for this quest look so stupid? System, you're getting more and more amusing. Wasn't it Lu Ren who was going to tell one next? Hey, didn't he say he was going to the toilet? Why isn't he back yet? Usually, I possess either a victim or a villain, never a character who has nothing to do with the story. Perhaps, I'm one of those servant descendants who's waiting to be killed by the Ghost King. Pant. What's that sound? But in the original owner's memory, there's nothing about any ghosts or gods in this world. It's very odd. Pant. It hurts. It can't be. It really hurts. It's Lu Ren, the ghost doll from the story. Ah, Xie Yan, I. Thud. Hey, you dodged. Why'd you fall down? Xie Yan? Huh? Xiaolon fell down? Hey, hey, hey. Turn on the lights. Come on, come on, come on. Get the medical kit, her knees are bleeding. Xiaolon, are you okay? Don't be afraid. It's all props. They're fake. What do you two think you're doing? Acting? What would you have done if someone got hurt because of your antics? Wasn't this your idea, Bian Gui? You. Fine, just blame it on me. And you, Xie Yan. I saw it all just now. Xiaolon was about to fall over, but instead of catching her, you dodged. When I saw the quest just now, I got a little excited, but I just happened to encounter this prank, so I subconsciously prepared to fight using the finger of flowery swords. Fortunately, I've just entered this world and haven't had time to retrain my martial arts, or else I would have accidentally killed someone. I have something else to do, so I'll be going. I'd better go home and check my family tree to see if one of my ancestors' names was Lin Feng. I must get a thorough understanding of the entire context. What do you mean you're leaving already? Just forget about him. It's more important to check up on Xiaolon's injury. Origin points obtained anger, Lu Ren. Origin points obtained anger, Long Dao. They're all really diehard fans of that Ho, but someone's missing. Looks like fellow classmate Bian Gui doesn't like Zhang Xiaolon that much. Thanks so much for the origin points. Xie Yan just went up and left. What the hell is up with that? Let's beat it too. Xiaolon, want to go for a spin with me? I brought my family's BMW X12 today. I've got stuff to do tomorrow, so forget about the ride. Isn't Xie Yan usually so coy? But how come his expression looked so manly just now? But I'd like you to take me home later, Long Dao. I don't know how many times he's bragged about his BMW, but he's nothing compared to Xie Yan. I found out by accident that his family is filthy rich in his looks. I've definitely got to get my hands on him. Xiaolon, I drove my car here too. Get in my car. You're not afraid of upsetting Xiaolon with that beat-up car of yours? It's been a long time since I've driven a car. It's a good thing there aren't many people on the road this late at night, so I can let myself go. I was in such a trance that I almost thought I was back on Earth. Having traveled through several worlds, modern civilization remains my favorite indeed. But this time, in addition to limiting the geographical scope, the system has given half a year for the quest, so it seems that the difficulty isn't small. As one would expect of a world worth 500 origin points, the difficulty is certainly high. Hey? Was that a hallucination? Or a ghost? What a pain, there are really ghosts. I've only fought people, not these things. Meanwhile, what was that just now? It was gone in a flash, probably just a bat. Don't be scared, Xiaolon. But, there really was some kind of shadow floating across the front of the car. The ritual has been completed. Now, it's time to reap the harvest to the fullest.